Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moving the Needle Zero to Launch How to Launch Your Med Spa in 30 Days. I'm Dr. Lenderville, and I'm super excited for you to be here and start on this journey. I'm going to get started by telling you a little bit about myself and my journey to get here. So, congratulations, you've officially decided to invest in yourself. And if you are like many nurse partners and entrepreneurs, you've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and you're finally taking the leap to get into starting your own practice. So I'm very proud of you. And this is the very first in a lot of steps of risks and investing in yourself. So congratulations. I'm very happy to have you here. So my name is Dr. Lenderville, and I'm a board certified physician. I graduated residency in 2018, and it was at that time that I started to inject. So I started to do Botox and filler after I graduated from my family medicine residency. I was really burned out already. Essentially, I knew I did not want to do primary care. So I worked per diem at Kaiser and Department of Public Health in the Bay Area while I started my concierge practice. And when I say concierge, what I mean is that I would go to work Monday through Friday, and at night I would do Botox parties. I would go to people's houses. A lot of times it was my coworkers, doctors, nurses that just wanted a convenient injector to come to them. And they really enjoyed getting treated in the house because they got to make it a social event with their friends. And a lot of them, it was their very first time getting Botox. So it was a good way for them to feel more comfortable. They got to spend a little bit more time with the doctor. And honestly, I got to take a little bit more time injecting in a really comfortable environment at my own pace and with clients that really trusted me from my work as a doctor and other places. So I'm always a fan of getting started in a very organic way, especially to keep your overhead low. But this is not for everybody, but this is my path, how I was able to build an organic returning client list over the course of a few years. And it was a little bit easier to make a decision for me as to when I would open a location because I had regular clientele, I had income coming in. I knew that any procedures that I added, I would have the client base to buy those packages, buy those procedures. And so that is really the model that I recommend for my spas to grow and to put their clients' needs first, because a lot of times we say, I want to offer this and that, I want to offer threads, and I want to offer liquid facelifts, and that may not be exactly what your clientele is actually asking you for. So the best way to lead in your business is to really start off testing out your procedures, testing out your packages, testing out your branding, and then finding out what works and investing in that, and really getting the validation and the proven effectiveness and the that your clients actually want these procedures, and then adding on top of that sort of like the additional packages or features that they would like. So we're going to get into that a little bit more. But I really am passionate now about supervising medical spas. So I have spas throughout California that I'm their medical director. I help them launch. I help them grow. I also have a community of injectors that we do trainings together. So I now have an academy, and now I'm launching online courses where I'm helping you be able to grow fast and to save a lot of time, to learn from the mistakes that I made and the spas that I've helped launch and grow over the years have made, and it'll save you a lot of heartache. So the goal with all of this is to get you to a successful spa, to get you to launch, get you to a successful spa. But above and beyond that, my goal is really to help you to gain the benefits of entrepreneurship. And the benefits of entrepreneurship are really flexibility, autonomy. There's no ceiling on how much you can make. And it's really an amazing place for creativity. It's really, for a lot of people, the first time that they're really able to say, I don't really want it done in this way. I don't want it to be like a stuffy doctor's office. I want it to be more of a spa experience, or I want it to be more of a wellness experience for women's mental health also. And we'll get into that also as well. So this is your time to be creative, which is really great. So go ahead and follow me. I post a lot about this type of content and also my own journey. And so I'm on all the platforms. You can find me at Dr. Chantal Lenderville. Please tag me on this course, what you find helpful, and also feedback for me. You can always DM me, and I'm always available. So our roadmap, we're going to get started with finding your what, why, how. I really think this is the foundation of any successful business. You really want to lead your life, your employees, your brand, and your clients around a unifying mission. That is, why do you exist? So a lot of people enter the space and they say, I want to offer Botox and filler and I like natural results and I really want to be like clinically the best. And if this is you, let me tell you, I applaud you, but literally this is what everyone says when they get into the space. And right now it's more competitive than ever. I really think med spas are going to be like Starbucks, especially in Southern California or New York. So what is going to help you be successful is if you niche down. What I mean by that is to find your specific voice. So are you someone who wants to take care of moms? Are you someone that wants to take care of certain skin types? Or you have an ethnic group that you're a part of or a language that you speak that people are going to trust you and come to you because of the network that you've built? Or are you very active in, say, your children's school? Are you active on any boards or organizations? These are all really, really unique and special ways that I don't want you to discount. That's really going to drive your business. So in the next chapter, we'll talk about how to come up with, to write down sort of what's your circle of influence, what are some resources in your community already that you're already a part of that you can tap into, and what are some of the other organizations and partnerships that you can make to really spread the word about your business and your brand and get people to know you. Because there's so many med spas that you can go to. Literally look on Yelp and you're going to find 100 spas near you. But what you really want to do is to help people get to know you either online or in person or from a contact, a personal referral. These are all ways that you're going to really create some brand loyalty. People that are first timers are going to come to you and they tend to be very loyal. So we're just trying to essentially capture those leads, those marketing leads of people that are more likely to come to you, they're more likely to trust you and spend a lot of money, and they're more likely to tell their friends because they're already invested. If you find someone off of Groupon or Yelp and you have a good experience, but maybe it's not as someone who's like connected in your community or who goes to the same school as your kid, things like this, those really help solidify referrals and networks to grow your business really fast. So, and then we're going to get into nuts and bolts, legalities, insurance, taxes, medical director, things like that are going to help you be compliant when you get started and are going to help get you to that 30 days and be ready to launch. And the third section that we'll talk about will be all about seeing clients, your clinical trainings, how to solidify your brand, and your social media, as well as scheduling. So I have made it available for you to skip through sections. I really think starting with the legal structure is going to be the most beneficial because this is what takes the longest. It can take up to 4 to 6 weeks to create your legal entity with a lawyer. And I go into how you want to have either an MSO or a corporation. And so that's what can take the longest. And I also have resources in there for lawyers that you can work with who have done this process before. They're very familiar and they can walk you through it, which is very important. And the second thing that you'll really want to pay attention to is getting your malpractice, because that process, it's called the underwriting process, where you submit, I've never been sued before, or if you have, you list sort of what happened, you write down all the places you've worked, your education. It's basically like applying for a loan. They basically want to make sure that you don't have a lot of hits against you in terms of malpractice, that you've been practicing safely, you have all of your licenses and your P's and Q's, and that process can take sometimes up to 2 to 3 weeks just for the underwriting, and then they'll get you a policy, and then you can pay for it, and then it goes into effect. So I've also listed some agents as well in there that can help you with that process. I'd recommend getting a few quotes and then finding the best one and then getting started with that process. So that is the general outline. Go ahead and skip around as you see fit. And I'm very pleased to welcome you. I'm excited to get started. So let's get into finding your why.